Hey guys, we just got back from the Harry Potter midnight premiere.
It's 4:20 a.m.
and we are very tired right now.
But we're going to do a review for you guys. Just so you guys know, there might be some mild spoilers in here, and we'll try not to give too much of the plot away.
Acting.
Let's start with Lavender Brown.
She was a bit too Luna, I'm crazy and I'm gonna go jump off the roof now, rather than Ron's annoying girlfriend.
But she was that too.
Yeah.
No mistake.
It's the character you never want to see. Ever.
But had to.
Yeah.
Bellatrix was super creepy.
And that's a good thing, because she's the character you never want to cross on the street, and Helena Bonham Carter carries that off very well.
Yeah. She did this thing whenever she was talking with someone, she'd put her chin on their shoulder and whisper in their ear.
It gave you tingles down your spine. It was creepy. I would probably sack someone if they ever did that to me.
I loved how Tom Felton did Draco.
He did a great job. Draco had real emotion.
Mm-hmm.
More emotion than Harry did, but we'll get to that later. He really carried off, although he wasn't in many scenes, the scenes he did were very intense.
He was very dark and disturbed. And, I admire him for crying.
Yeah.
Real tears.
He cried like a man.
I love Jim Broadbent as Slughorn.
He really did a great job. I wasn't expecting someone that good.
Yeah.
Honestly, in my mind, Slughorn was very annoying.
I didn't care about Slughorn at all.
Yeah, nobody liked Slughorn. And this Slughorn is both likable yet slightly strange. Snape was brilliant, as always. Alan Rickman is a great actor.
I love Alan Rickman.
And he really makes Snape creepy. Anytime he comes in the shot, you're like, oh my gosh, I want to...
And he's a little feminine, but in a good way. Alright, so Dumbledore. I really liked his acting in this movie, especially compared to the last ones.
Where he was angry constantly.
Yeah, it was kind of frightening.
There was one problem, though. Whenever he was taking the potion, instead of yelling and seeming frightened,
freaking out,
in pain, he just kind of mumbled. He seemed a bit sleepy. Then right after he finished taking it, he looks at Harry and goes, Harry, I need water. Okay, apparently you're conscious again.
Harry was kind of emotionless for most of the movie. It didn't in the end. Wait, spoiler. Dumbledore dies. He did muster some emotion for that, but
it was just sort of the constipated face, Dumbledore is gone. And then back to normal next day.
I loved his acting though when he took Felix Felicis.
Oh yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That had to be my favorite part in the whole movie.
You'll just have to watch it to understand.
If you've seen it, all I can say is hi, sir, and the pincers. You'll get it.
Also, Harry's eyes were actually green in this film.
It's true.
That excited me so much. I don't think anybody noticed it, but there's one scene where they were just bright green. If you didn't know, in all of the other movies, his eyes have been blue.
Right.
Although his mother's have been green.
Okay. What was with the non-battle at the Weasleys? Okay. It was only two Death Eaters. It was just Bellatrix and Fenrir and Greyback. I heard that they were going to have a battle at the Weasleys, and I kind of figured that would be in addition to the end battle, and I kind of figured that they were going to work it into the plot more, but it kind of seemed random.
Speaking of non-battles, you will be very disappointed to discover that the Hogwarts battle never happens. Snape kills Dumbledore, and then the Death Eaters leave. They run around.
After setting fire to Hagrid's house.
Oh.
Bellatrix appears to be a bit of a pyromaniac. Okay, best quotes. Favorite Dumbledore quote would have to be, I still sometimes think of you as the little boy in the cupboard.
My favorite Harry quote was, she has nice skin as far as skin goes. It was awkward.
Also nice Harry quotes, as I stated earlier, hi, sir, and the pincers. Again, you'll get it when you see it. Okay.
Then Ginny comes to Harry at one point.
So awkward.
She's carrying a tray of cookies and she says, open up, you. She says it very seductively, and you're kind of wondering what's going on, and then Harry's like,
don't you trust me? Awkward moments. Something I like to call a Spanish soap opera 1 and 2. The first soap opera is when Hermione sees Ron and Lavender making out, she goes off crying, and Harry comes to console her.
How do you feel when Dean and Ginny are together, Harry?
Ron and Lavender come, clearly looking for a room to make out in. Just like this.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Second Spanish soap opera moment, which was
When Ginny takes Harry to the room of requirement, because Harry couldn't think of to hide his potions book there by himself. Ginny takes him there, says, "Close your eyes," hides the book, proceeds to kiss him.
Except it's the worst kiss in the history of kisses.
And when she's done, she says, "You can leave that here as well." Third awkward scene. When Hermione says her snogging line to Ron, they see Ginny and Dean making out in the corner, and Ron says he'd like to leave, and Hermione says, "No, would you want Ginny to leave if she looked over and saw you snogging me?" Awkward! Fourth awkward moment. Snape shoving Draco against the wall. He needed to have a conversation with him and thought
he confronted him and thought it would be best to dramatically sweep him against the wall while his cloak obscured most of our view. The fifth awkward moment was when Dumbledore asked Harry if he needed to shave. This goes along with the small boy in the cupboard quote.
Yeah. After he said that, I was like, "Oh, does he?" And I looked.
He had a smooth face,
No
completely
stubble.
clean-shaven.
And what a hypocrite, Dumbledore with his beard. The sixth awkward moment kind of goes along with that last one. It's when Dumbledore asks Harry if he and Hermione are dating.
Honestly, I think this may have something to do with J.K. Rowling's announcement that came out after the last 7th Harry Potter book did, but the world will never know.
Wonder if Harry's single. Our seventh awkward moment is when Lavender bursts into the hospital wing in front of Dumbledore, Snape, Slughorn, McGonagall, and Ron's friends and family to yell at Hermione for simply being there.
Yeah, although Ron does say Hermione about 5 times while he's sleeping and Lavender bursts into tears and runs away, it's still just awkward. You don't really know why Lavender's there and you're irked by her presence.
So overall, there were tons of funny moments in the movie, whether intentional or not. It was very dramatic, very well done. I loved it. Go see it if you haven't.
I hope you guys are having a great night. Go see Harry Potter 6 because you have to.
It was pretty awesome.
Just kidding. Good night.
Bye.